Listen, welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. It is fantastic to have a face-off between you two. This is the main event of Outcast 003 going down November the 9th, Manchester, Fallowfield. It is going to be a banging fight, and we can't wait to see this one unfold. Down to my left, we have TikTok sensation, 820k followers on TikTok alone, Chizzy2Dizzy. And down to my right, we have Bueno, who is jumping in last minute to save the card. And he is looking to cause an absolute upset. So listen, let's just talk with Bueno now. So listen, thanks for coming on. We thought you were working. Are you Skiving?
No, I thought I was working, but they let me off.
Oh, that's all right then. That's all right then. Listen, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on. An absolute pleasure to have you on. You've taken this fight. Ashley Keno has pulled out. You've taken this fight at 5 days' notice, and you're giving away the best part of 7 kg plus. Why have you taken this fight?
Fun. It's just going to be funny, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Can you win?
Yeah, I can win.
How do you get it done on Saturday night?
Honestly,
how do you get it done?
I think I'll win by decision.
Are you fit at the moment?
No.
So you're not fit. Have you done any training?
No.
So you've done no training, you're not fit, and you're going to win by decision.
Yeah.
And you're giving away 7 kg.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair to say that you're a hefty underdog, right?
Yeah.
And can you? What makes you so confident that you can pull this off, or are you deluded?
I think I've got more heart than Chizzy, so I feel like I'll be able to do decent. It's going to be a scrap, but I think I'll win by points.
Chizzy, are you hearing what this man is saying? He's saying he hasn't trained.
Mm-hmm.
He is saying that he's completely unfit. He's taking it at 5 days' notice. He's giving away like almost 2-3 weight divisions on you, and he's saying that he's going to beat you. Is that somewhat disrespectful?
No, man, he's just crazy. I know what he's like, and he's not right. You know what I mean? Fucking, I'm gonna get the job done. Like, I've got the experience. I've been training. I have got the heart, and I've got a chin as well. Like, I've fought people, you know, a lot heavier than me or a lot more skilled than me, and held my own or done enough. You know what I mean? It's like I put the work into.
Do you have to knock this guy out? He hasn't trained. He hasn't trained.
I'm not too. I'm not really a headhunter. You know, I don't really go in looking for the head for the knockout. I think you just got to box carefully. Like, no matter who you face, whoever steps in the ring, obviously you got to respect, and you can't go in there. You can't go in there underestimating your opponents, no matter how no matter how much of an underdog they might be. You know, if there's a knockout there that I could, you know, if it's there, then I'll take it. But I'm not a headhunter. I'm gonna get the job.
But surely there's pressure on your Chiz to look good in this fight. Like, if he makes it a close fight and he presents you problems, it's almost like it's saying, look, this smaller guy who's unfit and he comes and if he comes and wins, almost like you've got to put the gloves down, haven't you?
Defo, you could definitely got to consider maybe switch to MMA or something. But I think I get the job done, mate. Like, I don't think he's got heart and he's brave. You know, he's game. He's took the fight to people's main event. Now is the main event. You know what I'm saying? But it's my sound. I'm main event. I'm A side. It's you know, it's just written in the stars, man. I've got I'm gonna get the win.
Bueno, what's your game plan?
mate, just to go in there and just scrap it out, see what happens.
Yeah, you're going to be looking. It sounds like you're looking for this lucky punch.
I am. I'm looking for one lucky punch.
You're just going to close your eyes and swing.
Yeah.
That's it. And
Yeah.
hope for the best.
Yeah.
Mate, your game plan is well, listen, best of luck. absolutely best of luck. So listen, Bueno, he was meant to be fighting Keno beforehand. Did you, when that fight was first announced, how did you see that first fight going? How did you see that fight going?
You know what? I think if that fight happened, Chizzy would have just battered him. I can't lie.
Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, Ashley Keno's not good.
Would you beat him?
No.
You wouldn't beat Keno?
No, I don't think I'd beat him because like he's built different. He's massive. But like Chizzy, he's a bit lighter. I think I could put up a good fight against him.
Yeah, well, listen, it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes down. I know Chizzy's definitely a huge favourite in this fight. Chizzy, influencer boxing has caused a bit of a stir. We've got Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson next week on Netflix, and a lot of boxing purists are saying, "Oh, this is a scandal. Mike Tyson's going to get battered. This is no good." There's a lot of purists hating on influencer boxing. There's actual fighters hating on it as well, going, all this sort of 2v1 at misfits, 2v1 fights. It's like WWE. What's your response to when people say, look, you guys aren't fighters and you should just stick to video editing? What's your response to that? Does that make you angry, or
me?
How do you feel when people criticise the small content creator scene?
To me, it just sounds like they're a bit bitter, to be fair, because you don't play boxing. You can't just step in the ring and win 5 fights in a row. You don't play it. It's not a sport that you play with. You train hard and you go in there and you bite down on your gum shield and the better man wins. But them fighters, I can see where a bit of the frustration comes from, because they've worked from the ground up. They've worked their arse up, but and I don't think they like how big it is, but it's entertaining. And you get there's some really good fighters on there. They used to they make videos and stuff, but it doesn't mean you can't knock someone out. Like, look at Salt Pappy, look at King Kenny there. Like, they are some serious fighters, and they're serious, they're good at it. But you can't play boxing. It's not, you can't say someone who's, won all these fights or done all the grafting in the gym. You can't say they're not a fighter, because they clearly are in it. No matter who they are, they've done the work, they've proved themselves in the ring, and that's that, isn't it? Yeah,
no, I agree with you. Because there's some serious operators on misfits, like Joey Knight, Dean the Great. They're good fighters. There's some good fighters on there. I guess look at your opponent, Chizzy, your opponent's attitude, Bueno's attitude. Do you think the fact that he's coming in, no game plan, no training camp, just looking to swing, do you think that's a bit disrespectful to the sport?
I mean, if he's got the balls to step in the ring, I mean, who am I to tell him how to? Who am I to tell him how to go in there? He's got a game plan. I've got a game plan. If it works, it works. But that's, for me personally, I wouldn't do that. That's the way I went about things on my debut, and I got fucking battered. You know what I mean? I got battered.
What happened in your last fight? You fought a football freestyler. Scott Penders. I won't lie, I haven't seen the whole fight. I've only seen highlights. Can you just talk? But you lost that fight. Can you just talk us just through your thoughts on that fight?
He was the heavier man. He had every advantage you could possibly think of. The fight was at light heavyweight. I'm not a light heavyweight, and me coming from Manchester, I went down on the day, dehydrated. It's a lot of travel. I think I was traveling for 6 hours on a train. and then it was like 45 minutes in a cab to the club. You know, I was a bit drained, but I think, to be honest with you, I think he should be ashamed of himself. To be honest, like, he's been training vigorously in the gym for 2 years. I've just picked up the gloves in April, and only just recently started going into camp. You know, properly training, and he got sent flying out the ring by a fucking welterweight, maybe. I think welterweight. No, he should be ashamed of himself, man. Yeah, I lost, but he got it stuck on him, and I'd love to rematch him, and I'd love to train properly, hydrate properly, and, you know, I think I beat him. You know, I'm not ashamed about that loss because I know everything, all the work he's put into it compared to the work I put into it, and, you know, what the circumstances were, and, you know, he got showed up.
What was his weight on the night, and what was your weight, would you say?
He says 76, but there's no way. I think 80. I think he was in the 80s, and I think I was just below. I must have been below 70. Because I was dehydrated. I didn't really eat. I just wanted to get down there, put the gloves on, and get in the ring. And, you know, I had to make it on time as well. But
there was no weigh-in or virtual weigh-in?
No, I don't think so. No, but I don't care about that. You know what I mean? I'll fight anybody. Like, I've fought heavier people before, and, you know, he's been grafting in the gym for 2 years. I haven't. It's all just down to who wants it more and who's a better fighter. And I might have lost, but I think you got showed up. Everyone thought I was going to win. And you see his story and stuff, editing the highlights and stuff to make it look like a pie, you know, like an absolute battering. But you go and watch the fight, you see for yourself.
No, I understand that. It was a big fight, and he's a guy who's aspiring to get on Misfits. He's got a real good shot at it. So it's kind of like, you know, I understand sometimes it can be, you know, you do have A and B side in this. Talking of A and B side, Bueno, you're clearly going to be B side on Saturday night. You're coming into this man's backyard. You're coming into his backyard. He's the bigger man. He's got the bigger following. He's going to have a lot of advantages his way. How do you plan to overcome that and pull off one of the biggest shocks in Outcast history?
I don't know. To be fair, I'm just going to go in there, just do whatever, and then just listen to what my corner's telling me and try and do that as well, and to see how it goes.
Yeah. So you're basically just going in with a puncher's chance then?
Yeah.
That's as much chance as you think you've got.
Yeah.
And you've got to respect it. I'm not going to sit here and laugh at him, man. Like, he's took this on 5 days notice. He's clearly got a disadvantage, but that, you know, he's done. Most people wouldn't do that, but he's done it. He's saved the card. You know what I mean? He's stepped in. You know what I mean? Everyone, and you know what?
100%.
He showed
100%.
In a way, he showed Ashley Keno up because he's got more followers than me. He's got like 6 mil across all of his platforms, and, you know, Hames hasn't got them sort of numbers, but there's way more traction into it now, and, you know, everyone wants to see it. You know what I mean? He's brought more eyes to the event, and I think it's going to be better this way anyway.
Yeah, no, I want to echo those sentiments as well, Hames. You know, like, massive respect to you, man. You've saved the card. Brother's jumped out of the fight. You've come in, you're saving the card. You're giving away a lot of attributes, and you're giving away, you know, on the tail of the tape, and you're giving away, you know, you're almost like an away fighter, if you like. Everything's stacked against you. And honestly, it shows absolute courage, bravery, and warrior spirit that you're jumping in to save the card. And you're just going to give it a go, right? Yeah. You're just going to give it a go. You're going to give it your best shot. And hopefully you guys can just shake hands afterwards and have a few drinks afterwards and enjoy the rest of the night, regardless of the result.
Yeah.
You've got nothing to lose, Hames. You've got nothing to lose. And that's a dangerous brother, because it doesn't matter if you lose. Everyone expecting you to lose. But, you know, we've got Gary Olive saying here, if you move fast enough, he can take off with those ears. So maybe he wants you just to glide around the ring and stay out of trouble. But no, in all seriousness, you know, it's massive respect for you for jumping in. What's your plans after this fight, Hames? Or are you not thinking that far ahead?
I'm thinking after this fight, I'm going to probably fight in the next Outcast card, and then just keep fighting on any cards I can get on.
Yeah.
And make sure.
Will you go back? Will you go back to the lightweight division?
Yeah.
And just stay there.
Yeah, I'm staying there.
Yeah. Do you have a message for Chizzy? This is the last time you boys are going to see each other. The next time you see each other, we'll be in the ring tomorrow night, Fallowfield, Manchester, with gloves on, ready to bruck each other up. Hames, what do you want to say to this guy now before to put him to bed?
You know what, Chizzy? We're just going to have a fucking scrap, and it's going to be the best fight in the card.
Fair enough, mate.
Chiz, what do you want to say to him?
I'm going to get the job done, but regardless of the result, even if you do pull off, you know, odds are stacked. Even if you do pull, I'll shake your hand, take you for a pint afterwards. Like regardless, you know, it's a bit. You've saved the card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have, just whatever the result is. I'm not going to be sore about it. You know what I mean? We're going to have a good time.
Yeah. No. Wonderful. Wonderful. The respect is there, and that's what this sport is all about. Listen, guys, thanks so much for jumping onto the live tonight. I really appreciate you guys. I don't want to keep you up late, but if you've got, you know, get an early night, get a fight. Hammers, no late night for you, brother. No staying up till like 4 a.m. Yeah, no, listen, guys. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow in Manchester. May the best man win. It's going to be a hell of a fight, and it's going to be a fight everyone's looking forward to seeing. So enjoy yourselves in there, and yeah, thank you for your time.
No problem.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, boys.
Right.
Bless
See you in a bit, yeah.
up.
So both of you.